Alrighty, so we've just put the bands on this one in the last video. This is obviously the Viper's Nest. This is in the Toxic Milk, which is glow in the dark, which I'll give you, see if I can get a quick preview on camera. It's just the UV torch to give it a bit of a charge. Nah, that's not going to work. Alright, don't worry about that. But it glows blue. So, as I mentioned before, kind of hard to see the V coming down. That's very good. Alright. Let's try and clamp these bands together a little. See the A? Absolutely not. V, very good. Okay. Super sketchy, but doesn't matter as long as the information's correct, right? Well, at least I think so. So, as I mentioned in the last one, this is the pinch grip. Other slingshots, like this guy, you can hold down, you can hold that way, you can hold up there, you can pinch right up here. It's universal, right? This one is, I personally wouldn't shoot that way because the hand hit risk is too high. Sideways is the best because you can aim a lot nicer. Less risk of whacking yourself in the hand, especially with a steel BB. Alright, so stance, pinch it. I pinch in the knuckle and then on the thumb, and then I kind of give it a good old grip. So I haven't got a lanyard on here. Lanyards are good because lanyard comes down, wrap around your hand, and I'll just show you. Sorry, again, sketchy video, but you get the idea. Right, so this one's back to front. Right, so this one's set up with a lanyard. So all I do is I wrap the lanyard around, so it's relatively comfy, not super snug. That way when I grip it, my hand swells around it and it then becomes nice and tight. So then that is strong. This will not flex at all because I'm gripping it and the lanyard's pulling on it tight. If it's not pulling on it tight enough, just adjust it to suit. Alright? So yeah, all I do is just wrap it around like that. Some people do it around their wrists. Some people go around like that, and then they come around their thumb like that, which is how I used to do it. Only thing I found is when you squeeze too much, it can get a bit uncomfortable if it's not in the right spot. So now I just wrap it around because for me it's easy to do. You just wrap it around, you're good to go. When you're shot, you can then just grab that tail. Done. Right? So go back to this one. Pinch grip. Alright, then you want to snug that around like that if you can. You can put your finger here, you can tuck it up on the ridge here. I kind of just push it out in there. If you've got a lanyard, then you can lock your finger in between the lanyard and this top ridge. Then you want to do a couple of test shots, inspect your bands, always make sure that your pouch and everything's secure. Last thing you want is for it to fail as you're holding it up to your face, because that will cause injury for obvious reasons. Alright, get a ball and you'll have a hole in the middle of your pouch. Place the ball in that pouch. Alright, close the pouch up. Like that, and then you pinch in the little crook of your finger here. You see it'll swell up, it looks like a little butt. You want to use that to cut the ball, and the other thumb to add pressure. Alright, so it should sit like that. can sit lower if it's more comfortable for you. It's just sitting up higher, maybe uncomfortable at first, but you've got a stronger grip. Reaching down here, your thumb's dropping down and pressing in. So your thumb's dropping down and pressing in, whereas up here, it's just straight out pressing in, so you've got more force. But some people do that. Some people pinch like that, but pinch like that on the ball. So you can see pinching on the ball, not in front of the ball, because when you release, it can come around like that and go off to the side. So pinching on the ball in the little crook of your thumb. Alright, so I'll take that out because I don't want to shoot through the window. So pretend I've got a ball in there. Alright, I've got my grip, make sure it's comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. And then you want to sight your target and you want to lift it up. You can draw up and then lift it up. I prefer to do that way. If you have a failure, it'll shoot straight into the ground and you're not pulling it up here and it's going to shoot off and shoot wherever. So pull up, then you want to find your spot. Some people use their thumb to mark on their cheek, some people use their index. I use this kind of area here, sits on my cheekbone. So right there, you can see that sits right there on my cheekbone. And when I go like that, my thumb then sits on the bottom of the jaw. Everyone will be different. So you also notice that my hand, instead of coming straight out, is then twisted a little bit. So what happens is, as it comes out, it twists and it keeps it nice and straight for longer, so it'll come out as a straighter shot. Or so I've been told. Alright, so up to your cheek. What you want to do is then position your head, making sure your nose is out the way. You don't want to put your nose here because you take that off. Put your nose out your way, close one eye, slide down the bands, and I'm looking straight down the top band where it joins, and then depending on the distance you'll sight at different heights on the fork here. So the closer it is, the higher it is, the further away is the lower it is, I believe. I don't know, I'm not great at that stuff. I just feel for it when I shoot, which is called instinct shooting. So you don't look at the fork, you don't look at the band, you look down them at the target. Focus on the target, not on the bands. That way when you release, your hand will adjust and it'll just become instinct at that point. So, find your comfy spot, and then once you've got your sight, I'm just aiming for a little speck on the window here. Release. You want to release, not moving your hands or anything, you just want to release. Just let your hand go, don't let go or anything. Same with your arm, you just want to release. Like your arm might shake or whatever, try and keep it nice and steady. Some people also flick their wrist down like that, so flicking it away from you, as in you're driving it into the target more. Just play with it after you've had a couple of shots. So if I move a little bit back so you can see me more, and then I'll go again, aim for that same spot. That's not comfortable. Right, see that? There's a slight little whoop-de-woo. Then you're done. Everyone has different ways of putting the pouch in the ball. Personally, I find the easiest is when you rest it on your arm like that. That when you drop the ball in here, as far as it can fall is your hand. That way you can position it in the cup, pinch, and get it all nice and neat, and then you're ready to go. I believe that's it. Yeah, any questions, just ask.